Welcome to the Views Club. I know you guys are super excited when you read that I was making pancakes today because you know we're about to do this right. So if you want to learn how I make pancakes, please keep watching. Before you start making these pancakes, I want you to be super comfortable because I don't want you to wear your tight jeans or your tight clothes so that when you eat these pancakes, they're gonna make you feel bad. So pick something like super loose, something cozy in your house so you can tear it up when they're done. Straight up pancakes is something you don't wanna miss, and it's one of my favorite breakfast foods. So let me show you how I make it. So you're gonna take your dry ingredients and we're gonna sift them. You don't have a sifter like this, you can get one of the strainers. Let me show you real quick.
What is it, a small world, your washer?
Oh, my laundry's ready. It's singing to me. It's gonna have to wait. Okay, so for strainers, you can use either one of these sifters. If you don't have one, these work pretty well to sift your flour. So it's gonna be up to you guys if you have it. And if you don't have a sifter, then you're gonna have to skip this step and test it when you guys have one of those available. Okay, so we're gonna add our baking powder, baking soda. We're gonna sift. I don't know if it's just me, but I love sifting, and I love sifting specifically powdered sugar just because it looks like snow. Granted, I don't have powdered sugar in here, guys. But there are some days I feel like I act like Elf from the movie. All I want is sugar.
Me too.
That's all you, Cloud. So to these ingredients, you're gonna add your sugar and your salt.
Your kids are active today.
Yep, my whole house is very active today. Now we're gonna add our eggs on a different bowl. And your butter mixture.
Get all that butter.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead and mix these well together. You know, we need this fat from the butter or oil or shortening, whatever you guys decide to go with. You need that because that prevents the gluten from forming to an unmanageable amount in our batter. But we really do need a little bit of the fat in here. You guys asked me for fluffy. We're gonna make some fluffy light pancakes. And once you've mixed your eggs and your fat, you're gonna go ahead and add your buttermilk. If you guys don't have buttermilk at home, you guys can go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice to 1 cup of milk. And I left a little bit of my milk out just to see how much my flour is gonna absorb, because whether it's humid or arid, it's gonna make a difference in your batter. So you don't wanna use your whisk anymore, set that to the side. If you're a parent, you know the importance of making a really good pancake for your family. And most of us have resourced to a bag, which is not a bad idea, you know, it helps out, but we're gonna do it right. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our liquid to our flour. You're gonna give it a slight mix, but more of a fold, okay? So I'm just gonna go around in a circle. What I'm trying not to do is I definitely don't wanna overmix. When you use a whisk, you tend to overmix your batter. And if there's a few lumps in the cooking process, they kind of balance themselves out. So as you can see, I need more liquid, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the remainder of my buttermilk. Our batter itself feels really nice and fluffy. See, if we're folding in, we're not breaking it down too much. We still have a lot of the air bubbles, which is what happens when you use buttermilk and baking soda, baking powder. it'll give you the bubblies that we need. So if your baking soda is not fresh or it's old, you're not going to be able to make fluffy pancakes. Our batter is well blended. We folded all of our ingredients in well. All the dry parts are gone. If you see lumps, you should be okay with this. Okay, friends, these are my tips to you before we head over to our pan. If you're in a very dry, arid area, you can head on over to your pan and start cooking these amazingly. That's why you guys know if you live in a desert, you get really tasty pancakes. But you also get really good pancakes where it's very humid. The only difference is that if you're in an area where it's very humid, you can probably check on your phone on your weather app and it'll tell you the humidity. And that's kind of how you know if you live in a humid area or not. What you want to do at that point is you want to put your batter in the refrigerator for 10 to 15 minutes before you heat it up on your griddle. But if you're in a dry area, let's head over because I'm in a very, very dry area. So let's get cooking. I know that I cook with canola oil for the most part. And if I'm using something different, I'll always let you know. So go ahead and bring your batter in closer and drop it like it's hot. You don't want to mess around with it too much, but you definitely wanted to give it guidance to make it into somewhat of a circle. Okay. The first initial cook on that side is going to be about 30-40 seconds. It's going to depend on the temperature of your pan. It's very important that you do not have your pan on high, and it's very important that you definitely don't have your pan on a low. You want to have it at a medium. Test your first pancake at a medium, and if the heat is bringing in what you want, then leave it at a medium. But if you feel it's too high and cooking them too fast and burning them, then go for a medium low because the temperature has to be right on. You'll start noticing when you have to flip it because the sides get a little bit dry, and then the cooking part on the top, you start getting the bubbles that pop. The buttermilk is doing what we want it to do, guys. You see how it starts expanding as it's cooking longer? Let's see if I'm ready to turn. I always take a peek. Yep, I'm ready to turn, guys. When you turn your pancake, you want to be really, really fast, okay? And you might end up making a mess just like I did, but this pancake is going to be bomb.com. And the cooking part for after you flip it should be a minute and a half max, because these are very light and fluffy pancakes. I have a regular recipe that my mother gave me for pancakes, but you guys requested a fluffy one, and I have to give you fluffy. Especially when the Views Club Junior requests, you know, like mom say, my son, I've been trying pancakes, or my daughter, and when you guys want it for the Views Club Junior, it's priority for me. It really is. Am I playing favorites? Maybe, guys. Maybe, you know, I love the kids. Think we're set for pancake? I'm gonna have them try it so you guys know if they're good or not. Which one do you want, Punky?
I'm gonna try.
Long Cabin or Aunt Jemima?
Well, Aunt Jemima.
That's Long Cabin, baby.
Oh, Long Cabin.
Okay. What do you
Which
want,
one do
baby?
you want, cutie? Aunt Jemima or Log Cabin?
The one that
Jemima?
pancake.
Okay.
Just get this out.
Get that one.
He sees the butter on there. What is that, the little sugar
Some
crystal?
butter.
You want it all
Tell me
over
when to
it?
stop.
Right there.
You want to dip yours?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you like that Mickey on there, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
If you guys like sugar-free, the
You
Vermont,
do yours first, or you got
this one, the Vermont one, this one turned out to be pretty good. It's very light, but it's definitely, like, you can taste the syrup in there, which
or
I like.
Aunt Jemima?
That's always a good one,
It
right?
is.
Fuck.
Dig in, Punky.
Okay.
You my help?
I
was
just
that?
need a fork.
Oh, yep.
I mean a knife.
Delicious, huh?
Let me help you over here with this,
Ooh,
okay?
they're so soft.
If you guys like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel,
It's a thumbs
They're
up
good?
already.
It's a thumbs up, yes.
I like how
Okay,
he
I'll
gave
taste
you a bite like if you were
So soft.
It is.
like if you were.
Can I get a no yeah from you guys?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No dancing? Okay. Okay.
No.
I'm dancing in my
Ooh.
tummy with all this goodness.
All right, that's how I make my family's fluffy pancakes. If you guys like this recipe, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, take the time to subscribe and click that bell for notifications, and it'll let you know when I upload. And if you guys are making these recipes, please send them to me on Instagram or Twitter, because I love seeing your family as much as you guys like to see these little guys tear it up. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm actually really shy about my birthday.
I know you are.
So you're like,
I go all out.
I know, like, that's why I think I'm very selective. I only accept that from you, and with everybody else I have a difficult time and I shy away. I hide out. I don't know, guys, ever since you got me to 100K celebration style, my kids are even sweeter to me. So thank you. They're usually so sweet, but now they're like,
always sweet.
they are sweet, but it really changes the dynamic of, like, you know, dyeing my hair different colors helps with my parenting because they think I'm cool. Yeah. And then you guys did this for me. I'm even cooler now, so, oh yeah. Okay, mamá. Ya estamos ready to mover la cosa.
Yo siempre muevo la cosa.